Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are reviewing fight footage from one of my subscribers. He sent this over, said, would you put it on the channel? I said, absolutely. So we're going to be watching his name. He's from Ukraine, Borovik, I believe is how we pronounce it. He's going to be competing at the Ukraine Thai Boxing Federation. He is in the red corner. His opponent in the blue corner, I was informed, is the two-time IFMA European champion. And Borovik felt like, oh, you know, I just couldn't really pull the trigger. Sometimes just knowing what your opponent has accomplished can get into your head. So Borovik caught the kick there, but was unable to do much with it. Gets tossed to the ground. It was a nice catch to anticipate that. Just had to do something with it, I suppose. Outside low there from his opponent. Well, he came back with an inside low. We're going to be looking at the red corner mostly, seeing what he can do to improve. Step through left knee. When somebody walks at you, you got to post that hand right into their chest before they can close that distance. It's really too bad that kickboxing or Muay Thai didn't make it to the Olympics. Would have probably looked like this with all the pads, but still would have been cool. A little overcommitted there, swung through and then got countered. Got to be fast on the re-chamber. Nice jab there. Just again, a little slow on the re-chamber. Wasn't very slow, just a little faster. Maybe a little footwork out of there because he landed the jab. Fall to the clinch. Wrestling. Ooh, got caught from the inside there. Yeah, so just when you're on the inside and you're doing that game, you got to be careful about people just throwing that shot. Very important to have those hands or those shoulders really high from the clinch, and make sure that you're always off balancing your opponent. Don't give them the opportunity to settle and disconnect and throw a hand or an elbow. I actually missed what that was. Yeah, so just, yeah, ref, just because it's amateur, checking to make sure he's okay. A little fall there. You can see the legs just looking a little sluggish, and that happens. They don't get the speed that you normally want. So just a little disconnect in range there. Got to just sharpen up that range because he's letting his opponent land but not landing his kicks. Nice question mark kick there. Didn't have loads of power, but still. So just again there, off the punches, coming back a little bit low. And a lot of times it's the mindset, like, okay, it's my turn, I'm done. And you're not ready for this guy to jump back on you. You have to always be thinking defense, especially at the end of a punch. So a tough first round, but he made it through. I think a big thing on events like this is you are going to be put in with everybody, right? You go to these type of tournaments, you don't know who's going to be there. I think the only thing that I can see here is it's 71 kg, and maybe it's an 18 to 23-year-old division. I'm not sure why they would have that, but it could be. I just see some numbers on the screen. But big thing, you are going to end up against people who maybe you shouldn't be fighting yet. That's always the risk of going to tournaments, as opposed to single fights where you can go, okay, what does this person accomplish? Then you hear, oh, they're a two-time IFMA European champion. Well, no, I'm not quite ready for them yet. I'll wait a little bit. You can't do that in these tournaments. So it might just be the fact that tournaments can put you up against somebody you're not supposed to be fighting. I'd like to see his hands a little higher. Nice hook cross there though from Borovik. So even off that low kick there, the hands just weren't back fast enough at a high level. Right there, right hand drop during the jab. So in terms of defense, really focusing on every moment. Sharpen that defense up, sharpen that defense. That would be my first little bit of advice. The hands are high at the beginning point, but they finish low. He likes to clench, but he's getting the overhooks, and that's a hard position to really accomplish too much. I'd like to see one hand on the outside and then maybe getting one on the inside. I think it'd be a little easier to break your opponent down there. Threw that nice jab, but again, it's stuck for a second. It sort of stuck out. Want to be fast on the rechamber. Those are big knees. So the thing with the belly pads is you don't have to respect the knee as much. It's also very brave for Borovic to send over the footage, because it's not one where you go, oh, I dominated, I looked awesome. A lot of times that's what people will send. When you're looking to improve, that's fantastic. So it looks like right there they call it. I think that was a good decision at that point, because if you get to a situation in a fight where you're going, I don't know if my fighter is the cornerman, I don't know if my fighter can win this bout, and you're really young, and there's not a lot on the line, you might as well fight another day instead of getting KO'd or getting really hurt. I think the big thing that I would suggest for Borovic is really focus on, okay, hands are up when I'm on the outside, but when I finish my attack, hands are up. Or when I throw my low kick, being very sure that I swing a hand down, but it comes right back to my head. Prioritizing that defense. And a couple times there where he threw a punch and he would land, but then it would come back about half the speed that it went out. That's going to lead to you getting countered. And one of the hardest things is mindset. Respect this person all the time that they could attack at any given moment. And I've been guilty of this before in sparring or even in fights sometimes where I get hit. And it's just because I kind of went, oh, I'm taking a little break for a split second from thinking about defense. Why would you do that? You're probably wondering, why would you stop thinking about it? Well, it's kind of exhausting to be going every, not even second, every millisecond, just like, whoa, whoa. So you back out and you're just kind of relaxed for a split second. Sometimes, boom, you get popped. But if you can maintain that, the whole fight, I'm super dialed in. I hit, I'm super dialed in. It's really gonna help you. So overall, I'd like to thank Borovic for sending this over, because yeah, hopefully he picks up a couple little tips on how to improve, and us watching it gives us ways that we might improve as well. Some of you guys might be going, oh, I do that, and I want to know how to sharpen up. Well, I've given you some tips. So let's call it there. I mean, I'm super busy on the channel right now, but if you guys want to see more of these, let me know in the comments below, and I'll start gathering some more footage of people who have been in good sparring sessions or good fights, and we can throw those up on the channel for review. As always, guys, train hard. I'll see you back here soon for another video.